Hi, my name is Marie, and welcome first to my garden in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I bought this property about 15 years ago, and although it's beautifully situated in the foothills above Santa Fe, it was a disaster when I bought it. It was very overgrown, there were no gardens, and the property had been a rental for many years, so it was quite neglected. So I decided to purchase it and began a long journey of transforming the garden. And so I've been at it for 15 years. And 3 years ago, I retired from Apple, where I worked for 36 years, co-leading the marketing communications group. And at that time, I spent a lot of time considering what did I want the next chapter of my life to be, and realized that I wanted to be much closer to the land that I loved, which is New Mexico. And I wanted to be able to garden here and to also grow my own food. One of the attractions to New Mexico for me has always been the culture, and especially the farming and the culinary culture here. So I didn't know what I didn't know. And so I thought, well, I'll just put in a garden. And of course, the weather conditions at 7,700 feet of elevation don't always allow for seamless gardening. So I decided when I retired to put in a greenhouse, partly to extend the growing season and just to make it easier for me to do. I split my time between the Bay Area and Santa Fe, and so I'm not here all the time, but I wanted to be able to have a space that I could keep a garden and to grow my own food. You know, everywhere in the world is being impacted by climate change, and New Mexico is no exception. And when I put the conservatory in, I realized very, very quickly that I am in a situation where I have extreme weather changes. Again, being at 7,700 feet of elevation, things can change here rapidly. And last Christmas, my heater in here went out the week before Christmas, and I almost came within inches of losing the entire garden. The company that manufactured the greenhouse, BC Greenhouse Builders, recommended to me a solution called Farmers Hive to be able to monitor the conditions here so that I could be better prepared and that I could ensure that I wouldn't lose my crop. When I installed the Farmers Hive system, I had had some false attempts. I had had gardens that I put in that unfortunately quickly became diseased through a lack of moisture, as well as a lack of humidity, being that this is high desert. And it's a glass greenhouse, so the plants were getting a lot of the elements here and a lot of the weather. So the Farmers Hive solution allowed me to adjust the environment and to create a more optimal growing environment for my garden. And so I have had a significant increase in the health of my plants. I would say it's been a 80–90% difference from where I started. And as you can see behind me, the garden is currently thriving, and we are in the middle of summer. It's August right now, so the conditions are as extreme as they're going to be, and the plants are doing very, very well.